Hey guys, today I'm doing another just sit down vlog, and sorry about the t-shirt. It says Big Green Marching Machine. They are our t-shirts for the marching parade that we were in for choir and like for music. We were in a parade for St. Patrick's Day, and so I'm just wearing this shirt, but then my hair is like done up, but it's like 10:30 at night right now, and I'm going to be doing my top 10 favorite movies. My friend Haley actually recommended this for me. I will have her channel linked in the bottom bar, and yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. And if you're wondering, I have all of the top 10s right here, and it goes from 10 to 1, so my least favorite, well, my most favorite is going to be at the very end, but then these are my top 10 movies of all time. And then for each different movie, I made a card so that I can just hit all the major points. So, yeah. Okay, so now let's just get started. Okay, so my number 10 movie is a movie that I was actually just watching, and it's called Stick It. And it's about a girl named Haley, and she's a rebellious teenager, and she gets in some trouble with the law, and the judge sentences her to go to a gymnastics academy, and she is a former gymnast, and she has kind of a bad history with gymnastics. She went to Worlds and just walked out in the middle of Worlds, and so ever since she hasn't done gymnastics. And it kind of like none of the girls really like her at the gymnastics academy, and eventually, like, they all become cool, but they only all become cool after this one judge is being a butt, and all of the girls rebel, and they all scratch their numbers, which means that they actually don't do their routines at all. They just kind of go onto the floor and just walk off, or like they put their hands on the vault then take it off, or they just touch the bars and then walk off. Like, they don't even do their routine. And yeah. And so they get, after that judge is being stupid, now all of the gymnasts gets to decide who they're gonna, like, who's gonna be the winner for each event. And so then they take control, and then all of the girls kind of like become cool with each other. And yeah, oh, and just want to let you know, all of these movies, they all have some kind of love thing going on in them. There's kind of some kind of like love relationship going on in all of them. So yeah, that's my number 10. Okay, my number 9 movie is another Cinderella story with Selena Gomez, and it's basically like the classic Cinderella story, where there's a girl, her dad dies, she has a stepmom and 2 evil stepsisters, but in this case, it's a little bit different because her mom was, I think, the maid for the woman, but then her mom died, and so she became part of that family. So, yeah, but then there's, like, dancing and stuff. She's a dancer, and then a celebrity dancer comes to her school, and he has, like, a competition, and yeah, so that's my number 9 movie. My number 8 movie is 13 Going on 30, and this is the one of the 2 movies. Actually, both of the movies are in this top 10 movies, but I would watch this movie when I was younger, when I was probably about like when I was like 7, and I would watch this movie over and over and over on repeat and repeat and repeat. I would seriously probably watch this movie 3 times every day for like 2 years straight. So yeah, it's about this 13-year-old girl, and she has a birthday party, and she invites like all the popular people, and she has like this fairy dust on like this toy house thing, and she puts it in her closet, and like, she wants to be pretty, she wants to have boobs, she wants to feel more of an adult, and then so the girls like tell her to go the girls are being bitches, and she goes and hides in the closet, and then she hugs her knees in like fetal position. She says, 30, flirty, and thriving. 30, flirty, and thriving. And she says it over and over. And then she knocks herself against a bookshelf, which the house thingy is sitting on top of with the fairy dust on it. And then the fairy dust comes down on her, and then she becomes 30. And she has to face all the troubles of being an adult. So she has to, like, get a job and find an apartment and then all this other stuff. So, yeah, that's my number 8 movie. Okay, my number 7 movie is I'm actually surprised this came out to be my number 7, but it's The Notebook, and I love this movie to death. So all these movies from now are movies that I absolutely love, and I don't think that I could live without. The Notebook is the classic story of a poor boy in love with a rich girl, and they're trying to hide it from their parents, and then all this big mess happens because they're not supposed to be together, and it kind of just all gets chaotic. But if you love to cry during movies, watch this movie. Like, you will be bawling at the end of it. And if you don't cry, then you have no soul. So, and you're probably ginger. Just kidding, I don't think that gingers have no souls, but just kind of wanted to make it a little bit funny. But, yeah. So that's my number 7. Okay, my number 6 is Mean Girls. How could this movie not be in my top 10? I mean, come on. So it's about this girl named Katie, and Katie, I really want to call her Caddy because her friend Janice calls her Caddy, but her name's Katie, and she moves from Africa, and she doesn't really fit in very well, and then one day the popular girls ask her to go sit at their table, and, before all this happens, when she first moves there, she meets a guy named Damien, I think it's Damien, and then a girl named Janice, and they all 3 become friends. And so then the most popular girl in school, Regina, and her little clique, Gretchen and Karen, they're 3 people, and then they ask Katie to go and sit with them one day at lunch, and Janice is like, yeah, Katie, go. And then they kind of all become, well, she pretends to be friends with them, and she goes and tells Janice all the crappy stuff that Regina does for people, and then eventually she turns into a crappy person like Regina, and she becomes the head bitch. So, yeah. Okay, my number 5 movie is Easy A, and this movie is hilarious. It's about an unpopular girl who, I guess, really wants to be popular, and she thinks that people sleep with guys to become popular, and, so she tries to make herself seem like a slut, and guys pay her for, okay, so she tries to make guys' dreams come true. Unpopular guys go to her, and they pay her, and she will say that she, did it with them, but she didn't actually. She will just say that she did, so that they won't seem so lame. And then people think that she's like a slut and stuff. But it's a hilarious movie. If you love to laugh for days, watch Easy A. Okay, my number 4 movie is The Last Song, and it's with Miley Cyrus. And I know Miley Cyrus is a contradicting subject, but she's actually a good actress in this movie. So, her name is Ronnie in the movie, and she moves in with her dad, and her dad kind of, they don't really get along, and, her dad has been blamed for burning down the town church, and she kind of tries to help people believe that he didn't actually he didn't actually burn down the church. And then she falls in love with this guy, and he's super rich, and she's not that rich. And then she gets all embarrassed because he's more rich, and then something tragic happens, and you will just have to see the movie to see what that tragic thing is. Okay, my number 3 movie is Teen Spirit, and it's an ABC Family movie, and it has Cassie Skirbo and Lindsay Shaw, and it's like about this really popular girl. It's her prom night, and she wins prom queen, and then she gets electrocuted by her crown, and she goes into this place between heaven and hell. It's like the middle ground where they decide which one you're going to. And since she has like a bad past, they give her a chance to kind of, instead of just going to hell, they give her a chance to get to heaven by being a spirit, and only one girl can see her. And that one girl is a girl that is a really big nerd, and she has to make this nerd become prom queen. And yeah, so I don't know, I love that movie. Okay, my number 2 movie is A Walk to Remember. Again, like The Notebook, and also the last song. If you want to be crying for days, watch this movie. All Nicholas Sparks stuff. I believe that Nicholas Sparks wrote the book. All of his stuff is tragic and love stories, and so yes, this is a love story. This is about a rebellious teenage guy, and he falls in love with the preacher's daughter, and he's a rebel and she's holy Christian, and their love is actually really cute, but then something really tragic happens. The girl is diagnosed with something, and she doesn't tell the guy, and yeah. So this leads me to my number 1 movie. My number 1 movie of all time is, can I get a drum roll? Sorority Wars. I bet that a lot of you guys actually haven't heard of this movie. It's with Lucy Hale, who plays Aria in Pretty Little Liars, and it's like about her. She just graduated high school and she's moving into college, and she has the Greek life at her school, and her mom was a Delta, she was a Delta in sorority, and she has to follow her mom's footsteps, but then she kind of gets twisted and she ends up in another sorority, and there's also a really cute love story in this movie as well, and her best friend and her aren't friends anymore, and it's just this big mess, and yeah. So those are my top 10 movies. Haley, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that the rest of you guys enjoyed this video as well. And tomorrow I will actually have a real vlog of me like vlogging, but it probably won't have that many parts. It might have like 1 or 2 parts, but I will actually be vlogging, like holding the camera and like moving. So yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow, and I really want to start saying something at the end of my videos. So I really want to say it, and may the odds be ever in your favor, but Joey Griseva says that, so I can't say that. Let me figure out what I'm going to say. Okay, I figured out what I'm going to say. Okay guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and may peanut butter and jelly go together. Bye!